to you.
Hi everybody, and first I want to tell you that this is not an advertisement of CNN. Today I'm going to show you that the weather in China, and welcome to today's weather forecast. And you guys are coming to China this summer, welcome. And this season is the hottest season in China, so please take it easy. And in summer you will never find a cruising in China. And in my opinion, it is better to take a parasol with you to protect you from the sunburn. At first, you guys need to know what is subtropical monsoon climate. Well, I will tell you that it is a kind of climate, and if you want to know, you can go to Wikipedia. But after you arrive to China, you will know what it is. And because it will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable, and because it is very sweltered, you will sweat a lot, and the temperature will over 100 F sometimes. And so my suggestion is you must drink water. Be careful, it is water, not Pepsi. It is very easy to buy water in China, and so you don't need to bring water with you, and you can buy it everywhere on the street. Even though you guys are strong and healthy, and please don't stay very long outside, and please don't be tired. Then I will tell you weather in cities. Look at this map. Beijing. This is the capital of China, the first place you will go to. And in the city there's a huge amount of population. Take it easy, people will not hurt you. In big cities such as Beijing and Shanghai, people all can speak English. So if you want to buy water, just ask them where to buy. There's an important thing. Please take your umbrella with you in Beijing and Shanghai. Because the weather, even though the weather is great outside, it will rain sometimes. And it always happens in Shanghai. And sometimes I will tell you that there's some hurricane come to Shanghai. So please be careful. I'm sorry to tell you that I just know a little about Guangxi province, the place you are teaching. But I believe that the weather there will be very good, because in China people always go to Guangxi province in summer to escape from the bad weather and high temperature. And so at last I want to tell you guys, even if you are very tired in driving, please take a shower every day. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Maggie. I'm glad that you will go to China next semester. I know you have never been to China before, but do not be nervous. I will tell you something about the transportation, so you will have a good trip in China. Transportation is so important thing that you need to know about. It is very different from it in the US, and I know you will spend a week traveling in Beijing and Shanghai. Now I will give you some tips in transportation in Qingzhou, Shanghai, and Beijing. Here are some tips for you traveling in Qingzhou. Please look at the picture. The first, students will need changes for a bus, though in some places buses are not necessarily safe. Second, cars will not always stop for the pedestrians cross the street, so you must wait the bus. The third, in crowded places, travelers need to watch their bags and wallets and will worry of the pickpockets. I know your trip in Beijing and Shanghai. Here are also some tips for you. These two cities are the biggest cities in China, so you must know this about the transportation. The first, in these big cities, the metro is best form of transportation than other forms, just like a bus or taxi. Second, there are usually some service stops in the metro station. If you have any problems, you can ask them for help. Third, before the metro arriving at each stop, the loudspeaker on the metro will inform you the name of the stop both in Chinese and English, so you will know clearly that which stop you arrive. Fourth, avoid going out during the rush hours. The usually rush hour in China is from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Fifth, it is very crowded in the metro sometimes. The young people are expected to give their seats to the old people if they have no seats. Now I give you two maps of the metro in Shanghai and Beijing. That's all, and welcome to China. Hope you have the nice trip.
Hello, Longwood students. Welcome to China. I know China is a piece of virgin land for you, just like the South America to Columbus. But it doesn't matter. I will give you some experience from my 20 years life in China to you. You will find China is not as mysterious as the rumor said actually. Let's begin with the connection of some fundamental information you need before you enjoy your trip. You may Google the season, the traffic, the culture, the natural conditions, and social customers about your destination with the computer. Also, you can ask your friend who has been there before. As an exchange student, I will be friendly to our school fellows. But considering that China is in the east of the earth, some Asian infectious viruses will threat to your health because you are different from us physically. So please choose your vaccination according to your doctor's suggestion, and you may take enough necessary pills with you so that you can be distant from trouble. Water is the source of life, so drink enough water will be good for you no matter when, nor where. While you are traveling in China, you may not find free water everywhere, but it is very cheap in the shops beside the street. Drinking water may reduce the probability of gastrointestinal discomfort, but also make your skin more beautiful. If you feel uncomfortable after a long journey in the air, you may take a sunbath, which will help you to restore yourself. If it doesn't help, you can take some sleeping pills if you want. The most important part is of course getting enough sleep. While everything will be fine during a long time, one thing to be noted is that medicine spray do against the mosquitoes. Finally, I hope to meet you in China next year. I wish all of you will have a good and safe trip. Thank you.
Hello Longwood students, welcome to China. My name is Tu Denfeng, but my American name is Dan. You may need to start practicing saying Chinese names because no one in China will have American names like we do. I will give you some advice about your daily life in China will be. First, I want to tell you that you will love the beautiful city Qingzhou, visit amazing food and beautiful weather. Within Guangxi, you will see many different minorities. They have customs particular to them and special clothes. You will enjoy learning about and living amongst the different minorities people. I have heard that you will travel to some famous places in China, find some malls and go shopping. Almost everything in China is much cheaper than it is in America. So when you go to China, just bring some basic clothes and buy everything in China. You will be surprised by the cheap price. Don't be shy or nervous when you live in China. Chinese are the friendliest people in the world. You will feel comfortable when you live with Chinese people. When you go to China, you should take a Chinese-English dictionary with you. I think most Chinese cannot understand English, so a good translator is very necessary. You will also need to carry laundry soap along with you to wash your clothes when you travel around China. By the way, we do not like to use the drying machine, so you may have to hang your clothes out to dry. Girls will need to be careful about what they wear since they are going to become an English teacher in China. Please do not be exposing too much in public. It's not very polite to others. I hope you will not get sick in China. You can bring some medicine with you, but some Chinese medicine are great for you, especially for the common cold sickness. You need to ask doctors for some advice before you buy medicine in China. By the way, we use cash much more than credit card, so you need to put enough cash into your wallet. At some small stores, you may be able to barter with the clerk about the price of goods, and you don't need to pay for tips in most Chinese restaurants. Taking some change with you is necessary because most buses in China don't give change back. You can take taxi to everywhere if you prefer. It's very cheap and convenient. But when you walk in the street, you need to walk in the right way and follow the lights. Don't cross the road when the lights turn red. Cars never stop for people walking across the street. Hope you will enjoy your trip to China. Have fun.